first, there are incidents uncovered in the lead up to big elections that can sometimes turn fortunes dramatically. Everything from wars, budgets, and just plain bad behaviour. Well, thanks to the great journalism of my colleague here at Sky News, Shari Markson, there's now a report of a classic case of despicable behaviour which deserves to see federal Labor crash-tackled before this next poll. Now, you've no doubt been privy to this story right throughout the day and in several programs here tonight. They've gone A to Z on it. But Shari has exposed Labor Senators Penny Wong, Christina Keneally and Katie Gallagher as what has been dubbed a bunch of mean girls. This is coming from Kimberley Kitching, mind you, for their bullying and ostracising of the late Labor Senator. Everything from condemning her push to put forward a bill on human rights abusers before Wong stole it off her and claimed it for herself, to hauling her into a meeting where Christina Keneally dressed her down for wrongly accusing her of disloyalty over the Brittany Higgins alleged rape case. Now, I'm not going to go into it point by point. You would have been privy to that through the evening. But the story today in The Australian has clearly showed that before she died of a heart attack, aged 52, Kitching was under enormous pressure. Much of it from this pack of what she described as senatorial mean girls. This was Kitching's colleague and confidant, Labor Senator Michael Danby, today.
She liked exchanging views with people. She liked having arguments. But I think her treatment, as outlined by Shari Markson and indeed Troy Bramerton yesterday in the Australian, was beyond fair treatment and differences of opinions. It was nothing short of bullying. And what's distressing for women leaders is that, you can't just complain about people being bullied who are people who are disadvantaging your ideological opponents. You have to be consistent.
A little bit of consistency. You don't have to ostracise those who are not on your side. That's what he was saying. Well, another senator today, Liberal Holly Hughes, took to Twitter to add her confirmation to parts of the story, including saying this was all known throughout the Senate. Also today, Labor leader Anthony Albanese, well, he's refused to conduct any kind of inquiry into the allegations. Have a listen.
I find it astonishing that in 2022, I get a question using the term mean girls. I find that extraordinarily disrespectful to describe strong, articulate, principled women. Put it this way. There's Albanese, Husick and Chisholm here. We have never been described as mean boys. I'm seriously, have a bit of respect. The funeral is on Monday. And I'm not going to comment on anything other than that Kimberley Kitching is someone who I had respect for.
We are going to dedicate some time to what Albo said there throughout this program tonight. Has he not ever heard of the word bully boys in reference to those who run cabinet meetings? Has he not heard of the boys' club, maybe? Why didn't he just answer the question, answer the content, which was about whether he's holding an investigation? Because these are, I would have thought, serious allegations whether someone has died after they occurred or not. It's within his own party. Instead, what does he do? He goes down the fake sexist outrage path. Always rely on the fake sexist outrage path, you see. He's kidding himself if he thinks that we fell for that old trick. It's fair to say that Kimberley Kitching was not part of this mean group of Labor senators who, as we know, played politics very hard. Kitching, by all accounts, was there to make a difference, to push hard for what she believed in, and to protect the likes of Brittany Higgins from being used as a political football, as today's story clearly explained. But she found herself having the screws applied on her by her own colleagues. They wanted Kitching to operate under their rules in a very savage political way. And that was not why Kimberley was in the Senate in the first place. Now, from WA today, the Prime Minister said the allegations should not be ignored.
These are very distressing claims, and I don't think they can be just dismissed. They obviously need to be addressed, and particularly out of respect for the late Senator Hitchings and of course her family and her friends.
Now, you can bet on the fact that this will be quickly swept under the carpet by Labor. You know, the likes of some of the other leaders, you know, the Burkes, the Dreyfuses, they'll sort of go into hiding for a few days. They wait until Kimberley Kitching is buried, of course, but they'll do it long enough so that no one makes this story the headline it should be. That's how they work. It'll be done by the leadership. And my bet is a lot of fair-minded voters, though, will take this case with them when they walk into the polling booth in May. Now, Senator Wong was kind of upended today when she least expected it, but she responded to the allegations this afternoon.
I've seen those reports, and I just want to say this. Senator Kitching has passed away. That was tragic and shocking, and many in the Labor family are grieving and her loved ones are grieving. So I'm simply not going to engage in commentary about some of the allegations which have been raised, even if I and others disagree with them.
I wonder whether Kimberley Kitching would have preferred that no one comments on her bullying. I wonder. I doubt it. Meanwhile, Senator Gallagher has said today that assertions about her are not true, while Senator Keneally so far has refused to comment or answer questions on the allegations that we put to her office. I know what Kimberley Kitching would think of those reactions, though. She'd feel let down yet again, especially from her leader, who has tried this counterattack by calling it out as some kind of sexist slur on the three female senators. It came from their colleague, Kimberley Kitching. Not from the media, not from a Liberal senator. It came from Kimberley Kitching, the mean girls. I remember another Labor leader twisting serious allegations of misconduct in the same way back in 2012. Remember? In fact, the diversion worked so well for Julia Gillard, she was hailed as some kind of feminist hero. Surely we won't fall for the same trick again. Maybe those morally bound senators could find the courage, the guts, to call for a Senate inquiry into what has been found Kimberley Kitching told other senators, which of course they so often trigger at the drop of a hat. One thing I know, Kimberley Kitching certainly deserves it.